Yo, welcome back to another episode of Poddy Animals. I am your host, Theo. Across from me, as always, is Scoot. To his right is Eli. Denise is not in the studio today. She's going to a concert with her daughter.
She's Eli'd us.
Okay. So that's an excusable to miss the podcast?
Yes.
So what about when I missed out of the podcast?
For everything?
That's an exception?
Well, she's only missed a couple.
No. This is fucking bullshit.
You've missed months in a row.
No, not months ago. Okay,
Months in a row.
Once in a while, I missed a podcast.
In a row. His attendance has gotten better.
You've missed more podcasts than you've been to.
Wow, seriously.
And we're at 110.
You're such a liar, man. Come on. I just missed like maybe
110.
Is it really?
Two, 3 times,
And you've made 10 out of 110.
No, I missed maybe 5.
A week. A month.
No, I know.
We weren't here for Memorial Day. I'm excited to hear how you guys' Memorial Day went. Mine went. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
Scoot, anything good?
No. What was Memorial Day? What?
It's just like you have a cookout. It was last Monday. You were off, no? Or did you work?
No, actually I worked. Yeah.
What?
For who?
Yeah. For the company.
You work
on a Monday.
You work on a Monday.
Did you get double time?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
We just ran estimates for a while. Because you got to do our estimate day is Monday. So no matter what, you got to go do them. People think
still got to get paid double.
You're supposed to. Yeah, it's a holiday day.
Well, bring that up on the live when they're all watching.
Yeah. Eli, what did you do?
Spend time with you.
Oh,
on Monday.
Oh yeah, we did. We were at Kathy. I should have reached. Oh, you were at work doing estimates. Estimate Monday. We got to do estimates.
9 more. I'm done.
Saturday, I did a cookout at my house, and I bought this delicious burgers from Sam's Club.
Wait, yesterday?
No, this on the Memorial weekend.
Oh, last weekend.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you did something yesterday, I didn't get a fucking invite.
No, I didn't do nothing yesterday.
I think he did.
He did, didn't he? Like he switched it up on us.
Friday night, Mama wants some burgers, so I grilled some burgers.
I thought you said you did this Saturday.
Right. No, bro.
Last Saturday. Now it's Friday.
Now he's
But last Saturday I did pinchos. You love pinchos, but you was out of town. Burgers, hot dogs, rice and beans, salad, and dessert.
Eli, I have a message for you.
What the fuck?
From your favorite president.
Oh, fuck him.
What a pathetic showing by the Yankees. 18-2. That is almost as bad as me losing to Biden in the first go-around.
I think you are
tremendous ass kicking.
Yeah, ass kicking. You got your ass kicking in 2020, so don't start.
Hang on a second. Big
Mr.
Poppy wanted to
President.
say something too.
Yankees lose.
Okay, it's only one game in the season they lost.
18-2.
It
That's
happens.
a lot.
It happens. The last year Cleveland got beat up by 25 runs. I don't know about against
That
who.
never happened to us in softball because there's a mercy rule, right, Scoot?
Come on, it's only
like 10 after
the Yankees
5.
almost got mercy ruled. Dude.
Yeah.
it's only
fuck?
one game.
Listen, I watched highlights of it.
it's-
Shohei Ohtani was sleeping in the dugout. That's
It was a horrible game. Horrible. After the second inning, I said, "What the heck?"
You keep watching?
I keep watching.
Oh.
them.
he spent 162 games a year, Scoot.
I keep watching them, but it was
I don't
pathetic.
I don't pay attention to any baseball until after the All-Star break, and then I start.
Hey, by the way,
I keep an eye on what Jose Ramirez is doing and the Guardians record and stuff. But
they're not doing good.
they're not doing bad.
Detroit are dangerous.
Yeah.
They are.
Detroit's dangerous. That's true. Yes,
Which is where we'll be going for. I got to stay up there a couple nights this week.
Why?
And we got a sprinkler job at some asphalt company. We're leaving. We're staying 2 nights. I think Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be back on Friday.
Where?
Detroit.
There's a Detroit's huge motherfucker. Where?
It's not the Westlake of Detroit. I can tell you that.
Downtown, maybe, huh? Close
We're
to downtown.
talking
West Side, Detroit.
Clark Avenue of Detroit.
Oh,
Fuck that.
well, that's better than store.
But I think we're staying at the Marriott by the airport.
What are
which
you
is
fucking
beautiful.
sprinkling the dirt?
No, they got
grass over there.
they got no. Actually, we put the pipe in already under the pavement because it's all paved. So we had to go put our sleeves.
So what are you sprinkling?
So they got
Pavement?
They got flower pots and planters out front of the entrance that they need water to.
They're
So we're
paying
doing that.
all that money just to sprinkle some plants.
Yes.
All that money, it's just crazy. So they don't have any companies out there?
No, the closest is Minnesota, us, and then Florida, I think, irrigation-wise. Yeah. I don't know what's on the West Coast.
So they don't have irrigation company outside from Davie over there?
No, just the three I just named. You want me to say it again?
No. I'm just talking about like a small business.
They may sub stuff, but if it's Davey's job, they're going to do in-house.
Oh, they made a contract with you guys.
Wouldn't you rather? No, you'd rather give it to Davey's company, irrigation company, than some other subcontract irrigation company, right?
So I didn't know a lot about Detroit. And then, of course, when Eminem came out, he made 8 Mile famous, right?
Yeah.
So I had no idea, though. So we went down to look at a truck one time. Was going to buy a truck in Detroit. Mm-hmm. And I had no idea. Like, I always heard 8 Mile. I didn't know every block around there was 1 mile, 2 mile, 3 mile. Mm-hmm. How innovative is that?
Yeah.
That's the best you guys could do is just...
Yeah.
They have the...
No, Kennedy.
So when you get to 2 mile, it's actually 20 feet away from 1 mile instead of 1 mile.
But that's so unoriginal. It goes all the way up to like 27 miles. Like, road, like... What the fuck?
Instead of 27th Avenue.
How far does it go?
And I call Michigan U-turn. They have a bunch of U-turns everywhere over there.
That's because you should be leaving there.
Yeah.
That's
it is confusing.
No, it says, are you sure you don't want to go back? Are you sure you don't want to go back?
Last chance,
call the U-turn Michigan.
Oh, fuck.
It is crazy over there.
We may be going to Washington, D.C.
What mile are you going to? You know? 127 mile?
No, we're most of the time we're usually close to like Flat Rock, I think it is. And I think it's called Flat Rock.
You're going to Washington?
Maybe going to D.C. for 3 weeks if we get this job.
3 weeks?
Do you want to do that? Or is it...
Dude, 3 weeks is a lot.
Do you want to do it?
We don't have the manpower to leave me here.
What I'm saying is, do you want to go?
I mean, it'd be nice to
that
get
would
a vacation.
be a trip I think I'd want to go on. I've never been to
I mean,
DC,
I don't mind that. I don't want
Detroit.
to... What I don't want to do is go somewhere and have to do other shit, like tree work, stuff like that. Like, because if we ever get slow, I don't want to have to, hey, we need the guy.
They do that?
Yeah.
Really?
A couple of our guys, well, Carter and Big Joe, when he was with us, they went and did hurricane cleanup with trees and shit.
I didn't know they would pull you guys for that stuff.
Carter volunteered.
I'm going to call Davey and tell him you have experience.
So they have what? Is it their handyman company?
No, because they have everything. They have their hands in every fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
We got landscapers. We do patios. We all that
lighting.
shit.
I do know that like they'll take the tree guys when it's slow or so, and send them over to landscaping or something like that.
The tree guys get slow?
Yeah. Damn. I mean, they got so many crews that I'm sure there's guys that probably lower tier guys that they're like, listen, we just don't have a lot. For
and I think Big Joe left the irrigation to go to the landscape crew last year. I think he's going to DC with us.
Okay. I can't imagine
because he has experience. You know,
I wonder what their biggest money maker is.
It's got to be trees.
I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't know because those equipments are expensive.
Yeah, guys,
everything's expensive, huh?
But the jobs are
the job is get your money. But I'm talking about
maybe we'll look this up after the show or during the break. What's their biggest? Because they're into more than just tree work.
What about plumbing company? They make a lot of money like that.
The reason why the DC thing is probably going to be a go if we get the job is because. I mean, I don't know the exact number, but like 200,000.
That seems
$200,000 job
for sprinklers, right?
Right. You're just like, let me grab some people from Cleveland, send them all the way to DC, and we're still gonna make fucking money on this. Enough money to
and we're paying for their food and their shelter.
Insane.
You know,
that's crazy.
Now hurricane stuff, I see because they're gonna make they're just billing insurance companies and shit out there like crazy.
Which I don't like.
It's part of business, though.
I know, but
the part of business for that I do respect is that you are taking me out of my home, out of Cleveland, my trucks, my fuel, my danger, my stuff, and sending them way down where they could be killed.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? In the middle of
territory they don't know. You know, like
so I get it. You need to pay that company. You know what I mean? But the company doesn't pay their employees.
No,
they don't. That's different. But
it'd be interesting, like to go for the 3 weeks. I think it might be late summer before we do this.
It's like an 8-hour drive, I think. 8 to 9 hour drive.
3 weeks is probably my max. and I would go to Washington. I probably would pass on Detroit, Pittsburgh, Chicago, anything.
We only do a couple nights in Detroit and we're out of there.
But anything like where I haven't been
would be cool.
Like Rhode Island, I'll fucking try that.
Yeah.
You know
Rhode
what I mean?
Island?
Some shit like that I would do, but not somewhere. Let's go to Indiana.
Yeah.
No
so you're gonna go down to North Carolina. You're gonna do some tree cleanup, but just remember, this is the season where the poisonous snakes are out. No,
I'd like to go somewhere where I like Wyoming. I'd try that. Like you know what I'm saying? I'd do some shit like that.
Oh my god, I love that. I'm just watching these videos how they make those cabin houses in the mountains in Wyoming, Idaho, Montana. I would love to go over there.
I don't think our bosses get.
It's beautiful over there. Montana,
I don't think they get that. There's only 4 of us.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So we take the 4 guys that go to DC. Who's here to tend to our customers?
Yeah.
They have to take that in consideration, though.
That's a high risk.
Well, after Mike reminds them, like, oh yeah, we forgot.
That's
what do you think? We just sit here? And
that's a high risk because
you could lose.
You can lose customers here. They can go to
3
another
weeks.
business.
Your customers are going to be unattended.
Imagine they call you. They call you. Hey, one of my sprinklers broke down or something. You have to maintain.
Well, we'll see you in 3 weeks.
You have to wait 3 weeks.
We'll be winterizing by then.
Oh, especially if it's a leak.
Oh shit!
You don't have no way to. They're just going to leak in their yard.
I think one of us will be staying behind. I doubt it'll be me. I think I'm going just because I'm the man.
Who else here? Who else could stay behind here and take care of everything? Like, is there another guy? Because you would be the one I would leave here. Because you like, no matter what happens, I don't have to worry about it. I'm not going to get a phone call like, hey, how do I turn this off? Or hey, how do I fix this situation?
Mm-hmm. So maybe I am staying. I don't know if we get it.
Right? Like who would you?
Because there is no one else.
Who would you leave behind? If this was your company, you weren't in the truck, you were a higher up, who would you leave behind?
It would either have to be me or Mike. It would probably be me because he has to go.
So I've argued this with people before, like my wife or whatever. They're like, oh, I can't believe they do you this way. Listen, Davey, like they're smart, right? And they'll give me raises and stuff, but they don't always put you in management because great, this guy is smart and he knows the business and he's really, really good at climbing and working. Do I really want to take him out of a truck to put him in a fucking management? Now, I got this other guy. He can read. You know what I mean? He can do paperwork.
Well, I've been there.
He's got a heartbeat. Put him in the fucking pickup truck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
it's crazy.
It's just simple.
Well, that's the same shit that happened to me. My whole company wanted me to do. They offered me the office position, but they also wanted me to stay in the field till 3:30, 4ish, and then come in and do office stuff.
That's too duty.
Yeah, it's a big no.
No.
But in reality, if you were the business owner, how would you do it? How would you?
Well, then I'd
it?
have to.
No. How would you handle your guys? Like, what would you have Ted do?
Oh, yeah, he'd stay in the field. He's not making me any money.
But no, when you're Ted, you're like, you fucking assholes.
Why they don't hire
I
more
deserve
people?
to be out of the field. But management's going, I know you do. But we're going to put Eli in management because
I'll
he's not
never
as good.
be that office personnel. I'm going to be doing service probably till I'm 7 or till I can't do it
Do
anymore.
you have?
And I understand.
Do you guys talking about maybe hire more people?
We're trying. We just hired a kid out of college,
Good luck.
and he already quit.
You can't,
And then we lost Carter. I don't know if I told you guys this. He left.
I thought he was coming back though.
No.
I thought you said he left and was going to try something new.
He went to another irrigation company. He didn't tell me. He told Big Joe, and I've known the kid 6 years.
Maybe he was.
And I think he's afraid to approach me about it because I found out where he went. It was ground. I'm not going to mention the company, but there's a lot of them. But
why did he go there? Better money?
yeah, he's making $24 more a day.
But is there maybe more chance for advancement?
No.
Maybe like he just over a couple bucks.
Yeah.
So they got
I
good
can't do
benefits
that.
or no?
I don't know about the benefits. I doubt their Davy benefits. Davy's got their own stock. They got the 401k. They got good medical.
Did you buy stock?
Not yet.
Just keep an eye.
You
on it.
have to buy stock.
There's certain times of the year that you can buy.
I
it, so you
have
need to
stocks
talk
in
to
the
somebody.
CVS and
That you should buy it. Not that
Yeah,
you can't
they
buy it.
always
There's
send me
certain
shit
times of
like
year
that.
You should buy it because they split it and you can get twice as much for half the price.
Yeah. See, I
That's
got to
when you
look
buy
into
it.
that.
But they'll have a thing though where they'll say like, we're going to split the stock, right? So if it's worth, I'm just making up numbers. If it's worth $20, you can get you can get it for 10,
Right.
but you have to buy a minimum of $2,000. But you're getting it at half price.
Yeah.
So that is the time to like. The reason people don't jump on it because they're like, man, I just really ain't got $2,000 right now.
Yeah, right.
But your
That's
$2,000 is actually $4,000. Like it's already $4,000.
Davy's going nowhere. It's just not.
No, they're just buying up.
No,
people
but
now.
But I mean, sometimes I look at it as the money, the whole reason why you should do something, because eventually they're going to find out he doesn't know what he says he knows.
Right.
And the reason why I'm pissed is because I found a couple things on this property that no one would have known about,
Right.
except me and him. I found them. So now they have that property. So he goes over there. Now he goes to this property. Guess who looks like the hero for finding this valve?
But again, that's just it don't last. It don't last. That's one time you look like a hero. Next time they're like, hey, do that again, and you're like,
That's what it's going to come to.
I don't know how I.
You know, because he was at the supplier place where we get our parts, talking how he just had to leave because they weren't paying him. He missed 20 days since March.
20
this
days
year.
since March.
20 days since
Oh,
March,
my
and we couldn't. You can't give someone
20
like
days.
that.
That's
so,
a month.
So Mike said, "Give me 90 days, you'll get your raise." And then after that meeting, he showed up the next
came
day.
back
The
in
day
90 days.
after,
That's a month.
the day after, he missed again.
That's a month calling off. The whole month.
That's the beginning of the
It's 4
year.
weeks. 4 weeks in the month.
No other company is going to put up with that as long as Mike did.
No. And that's the thing. Maybe he thinks like sometimes I think people think like if I go somewhere smaller, I could just be a loser.
I could just
but I'll be
hide
the
and-
king of losers. You know what I mean? And that
I'm
could
sure
be
you
the
see it.
case.
People want Scoot money with no more responsibility.
Well, also,
They
people want to come to a smaller company like we are, thinking that they are going to do that. They're just going to live off of us, and it's a small company. Like I could do anything there. No, it's a small
It's
company.
a job.
But we're damn good.
Yeah.
Like,
You have to
so-
work. Yeah.
Yeah, we're in the business to make money.
Yeah. So
But yeah, we get that a lot. People want Ted money, no more responsibility. They would still want Ted to say, "Hey, I need you to do this, do this."
right.
So they don't have to figure all that out, but they want more money. It'll catch up with them. And, I wished them the best. I said, I didn't know that's where he went. I just said, I wish you the best.
The problem that we have is the greedy. $24 per day more.
It's not a lot.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. The greedy. No. Be
Listen,
greedy.
he was making, going out of town, the $80 per diem, all the overtime
That's
he can
done.
get. He may get a couple hours overtime over there.
I think it's more like you said.
$96 a week.
Winter hours, he's going to have to do snow. He's not going to get to go.
More like the thing that like maybe I could go there in advance. I know I can't advance here
He's
because I ain't
not.
shit. But maybe they're not shit either. And
He's calling off
and
the
they're
whole
not.
20 days since March calling off. Yeah. He's gonna do the same thing on the other company.
He'll get they'll see, right, like you said, oh yeah, you found this valve. Now we got another valve.
Do it again.
We need you at this job to find it, huh? But
that's crazy, man.
Kind of pisses me off because I do all the legwork on properties. And if we lose the landscape contract, we also lose the irrigation contract, which ain't fair to us because we did nothing wrong.
Right.
Landscapers or whoever
didn't fulfill,
messed up the job, didn't do something they were supposed to, and they just want the whole company.
A lot of times too, Davy's expensive. They are expensive, and they have no problem. Like they have so much going on. They have no problem going, hey, $5,000. No, all right, piss off.
Yep.
We're moving on. You know what I mean? So
just like
where
that.
other companies are like, all right, what can we do it for? I really value this customer. I want. Davy's like, I got 4,000
like that.
of you fuckers. You know what I mean? I don't care.
So that when they do the estimates, they don't go and like talk to common ground to see.
I'm sure they do.
With estimates, you give them your number. If they're either going to take it or they're going to go somewhere else, and the cheaper guy's not always the way, though.
The reputation of Davy is so high. They have so much business. Like you said, they can afford it. They're just like, hey, just go to Detroit. You know what I mean? Go to Wyoming. Go to wherever. And they're not even worried about losing customers here. So if you was really worried about your customers here, you wouldn't be sending guys other places. But it's just they got so much. You know what I mean?
Wow.
They don't give a shit.
It's crazy.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I'm ready.
I hope that you hire more people that are more responsible.
Well,
But this
It's hard. Where the hell do you find
Yeah.
them?
with this.
Irrigation guys are not. Trust me. Everyone thinks they're all out there. There's not quality. I'm sure
Well,
you see the same shit.
I see a lot of investigation about this new generation. They're going to school for HVAC. Most of them, they're doing work for HVAC a lot
Which I get.
Well, that's
it.
fine.
I get it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't.
because it's easier. I think 6 months of school. I think what I heard. And
A lot
then
of
you can
kids. That's why I don't like. Well, I mean, you got to hire them just to see. But a lot of the younger generation do not want to do anything manual.
no. Also,
Any
a lot
manual
of times
labor.
it's I can find a machine or an app
IT.
or something to do it for me. I'm good
Right.
to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
like software IT.
I mean, watching some of these guys use a shovel, it's shocking.
tree work's becoming like that.
It's shocking.
Like there is a machine you can buy to do everything.
Yeah. I seen that one.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know where the future of this shit's going. Maybe like if it keeps going this way, who's going to climb?
There will
the trees
be
that
no.
need to be
There will
climbed?
be
Right.
the.
it will make us dumber.
No, the economy will just crash because it's putting a lot of people. What's Scoot supposed to do?
Right. They got a truck that can replace me. We actually are having one built right now that just grabs the tree. It's got a little saw.
Oh, yeah.
Cut the piece off
And they
and
cut it
drag it
pieces,
over.
yeah.
And it'll lay it on the ground
Yeah.
and it'll turn it sideways and it'll shove it in a
Yeah.
chipper. One guy can take down a whole tree if it's not that complicated. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Where we excel is, though, that I am a very good climber. And me plus that truck is unstoppable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it, like, in all reality, when we get that truck, could I lose my job? Yeah. I mean, he could
Possibly.
just pick and choose
Well,
front
you-
yard trees, stuff that's easier to
Yep.
reach. And he could fire me and a ground guy.
Well, look at this. You go to every single grocery store. What you see? Self-checkout. Everywhere you go.
Yeah.
That's 3 or 4 employees less they can pay. And then high prices right now with groceries. So that's the reason why the unemployment is so high. People, companies that just want to...
No one wants to work.
No, but the
They
thing
just
is
don't-
also companies taking advantage of the technology as well. So they're going to hire people.
Well, we asked him for it.
Yeah,
we
but
asked him to do it.
yeah, and then they got the one person that watches over the self checkouts, and then the other one checking receipts.
Yeah.
Like, you should have bagged my shit. If you don't think I scanned it, get back over here and scan it.
Look at Sam's Club. I don't know you have membership with Sam's Club? How many cashiers in Sam's Club right now?
Sam's Club's pretty slick, though. They got that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Where on your way up to the door, it's scanning you
Yeah.
and shit.
Oh,
They
yeah?
scan the
Yes.
whole item.
Yeah, scanning
Because
your card
back in
and
the
everything.
days, they only check out like 4 items or 5, and they just sneak it around.
They're quick, dude.
And
Their
right
Sam's
now, they
Club's
put
got
this
it, dude.
scanner. Like, every time I go with Krista, I go slow, and they check, you're good to go.
It's crazy because now,
Surprised they let you go.
like, I wouldn't. But,
Shut
like,
up.
at this point, the first time I noticed that is I went to Sam's Club with the wife, and she's just like, boop, put it in the cart, boop, put it in the cart. And then we get all done, and we're just leaving. And I'm like, don't we have to go to at least, like, self-checkout or something?
Nope.
No, we don't have to do anything. We just put it, you scan it, put it in the cart, and go out the fucking door with it.
Yeah, with
I'm
the
like,
phone.
holy shit.
You
Like,
just scan with your phone.
Scan and go.
that is,
Scan and go.
come on, you can't beat that. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you
But
scan every single. I do that sometimes, but me and Chris are separate. And we do separate orders, so it takes a long time. But I did it before by myself. When I go by myself, I put the item, scan it, then the other one, scan it. You pay for it, you're good to go.
now what's going to happen, like, let's say there's a storm or just whatever, something, and the internet goes down.
Communications.
You just got to close that store because there ain't nobody to run the register.
What about the banks
You know what I
and
mean?
stuff like that?
You're not going to get in there with your app and buy anything at this
Nothing.
point, and nobody
You're
else
fine.
knows what the fuck to do.
We
They're like, I don't even know how
we
much
already
shit
got
costs.
smart controllers that
They don't have a
don't
checkbook
fucking
anymore.
work half the time.
I don't
So,
see a personal checkbook anymore.
Ain't no way Terminator future is gonna happen. It's just not.
Skylet.
We're terminating our own future right now.
Yeah,
Like, we're
pretty
taking
much.
just too much out of our own hands and letting other things do it, and just making us lazier and more
Yep.
With
complacent.
the AI now.
I mean, you make it 2 weeks. 2 weeks, he's gone. Let's take a break. We'll come back and get into
Yeah.
some news, a couple other things, and then we'll get right to our topic. We'll be back. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Yo, welcome back to the show. Before we get into my Memorial Day funness, Scoot has a question.
Well, no, it's not a question. It's more of a, you notice I was a little bit running late today.
No?
I want to know if this has happened to you guys.
Eli, he's about the same time every...
No, I was running behind because well, here's what happened. I'm on my way out the door, right? So I stop, I got a cup, just finished a glass or whatever, rinsing out my cup. Now, I just got out of the shower. I'm ready to go out the fucking door. I'm rinsing out my cup, and I have 2 phones that I bring with me to the podcast.
2 phones.
One for just a regular phone and one to run the show.
Right.
So I'm like, shit, I got to grab that other phone. I turn around with the cup in my hand and pour all that water out onto my pants.
You just
right on my crotch.
Was it?
Should I just go out the door? Should I just show up?
Why not? You don't think it would have dried by your time you got here?
I'm hidden by this banner right here underneath, but whenever I don't know, when you go to like...
Single shot?
Let me see.
Single shot.
No, see, I'm hidden, so I probably could
You
have
would have
just
been
did
good. It's just water, right?
But
Was it just water or was it something else?
it's water. But have you ever
water?
done that?
No.
You've never been in the car on your way to somewhere and go to get a drink and you pour it on your lap?
No.
Really?
No.
No, you're supposed to put it to
I
your
do it
mouth.
all the
Look,
fucking time.
All the time?
That's how I do it.
Listen,
Eli, show him how you do it. Because for some reason, Scoot does not know how to drink.
no, I'm literally...
Do you want to try here?
No. I have literally been like doing estimates.
With a wet crotch.
Like,
What?
Because
And no one told you, did you pee yourself?
Dude, it's so embarrassing.
Are you,
You just pick
did
up
you
your
just
fucking
jizz in your
coffee
pants or are
something.
you happy to see me?
You have never spilt your coffee in your lap. You're lying.
I
No, I
have.
spill
You're
my
lying.
coffee. No, I spill my coffee yeah. Not always, but...
I had a customer, I was showing him his clock and he comes around. Yeah, he
Listen,
comes
you
around.
Oh, you're doing the same shit.
Scoot, he comes around the corner with his cup of coffee and I'm showing him the clock and he accidentally dumps it all over I was wearing shorts at the time, all over my leg. Hot ass coffee. Now, a coffee stain on like tan shorts, you can see the stain kind of.
Yeah.
So I had to drive home when I lived in Ridgeville to get new shorts.
You are so pissed.
I know, I was pissed. Yeah.
He was,
Yeah, I was pissed. Yeah.
he was coffeed.
Oh, he burned himself too, I bet you, huh?
So can I tell you guys about my Memorial Day weekend? My
Oh, shit.
fun 3 days. Friday we go to the Sapphire Creek Winery, which was the bomb. If you like filet mignon,
Oh, I love that.
$60, but it's pretty fucking good
$60
for an 8-ounce.
How
Look,
big is the steak?
I worked after work all week, so I was getting me a fucking steak.
I ain't paying that much for a
Papa
flaming
was
hot.
getting
I'm not
a
gonna pay
steak.
$60 a fucking steak.
It was good though, I'm telling you.
How
It was
big? 8 ounce?
8 ounce like that,
What do you think is a true
8
8 ounce?
ounce?
Or
like that.
That's kind of big.
8 ounce.
I ate the whole
Steak.
fucking thing. I never eat the whole
So
steak.
maybe it wasn't a true 8 ounce?
No, it was.
You got ripped off. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I'm
bet
telling
you-
you, it was like this.
They went
So
to
we
a
did
fancy
that.
restaurant.
We
and
did.
he
We
ate
went.
a steak, and I bet you.
They did. They got a salad. Both of
Oh,
them. Denise and her daughter both got a salad. Then she's trying to piggyback off my garlic mashed potatoes. But that's not the thing. Listen, I work at Steelyard. We turn the sprinkler on in Cleveland. You guys know how big that
Fuck
place
that.
is.
Yeah.
From one end where you get on the highway to the other end where you come up Quigley is irrigated. So we walk that, both sides of the road. No, I thought we were going to this winery and just to relax. After that, they want to go to Chagrin Falls, their little downtown area,
that's
and walk
beautiful.
around.
It's beautiful.
I don't know. I stayed in the fucking car. I wasn't walking.
You did not pout.
I didn't pout. I was tired.
You was pouting then.
I said we were gonna go drink, eat, and come home.
You let them walk around by themselves.
Yeah.
Are you
How
fucking
long?
Have you ever been to Medina Square? It's the little shops
Yeah,
and stuff.
I hate
That's
that.
how that Chagrin was. They had a little fair going on, was fucking tilt-a-whirl, which I seen. I was a little upset I didn't go then because
See,
we're
you
driving
should have been
past.
fucking
I'm like,
pouting.
I'm like, fuck the tilt-a-whirl's right there.
If you wasn't pouting, you could have. You see that fucking
You
shit?
missed it, man.
I was in a hurry to get home because the next day we were going to the Ohio Reformatory, which you've been to, Scoot, the prison.
How was that?
It was actually pretty cool. It's a little eerie in there, just knowing what
All
you
the
know,
shit
how
that
much
they go
jizz is
through
on the
it.
walls and shit. Like she's trying to get me to go on these cells. I'm like, no, to get into solitary confinement. No. Could you see those where you got to duck?
There's no fucking way.
I couldn't
like,
get
you
it.
might as well give me the chair because I'm not going in that cell.
There's a little stool in the solitary confinement. She wanted me to go in there and take a picture. No.
Was there
It's also residue on the walls.
how was your tour guide? Did you
We did the self tour.
so sometimes it's nice to have a tour guide because
No, they're too slow.
well they also tell you stuff though. Like
Yeah, this is where Jim jerked off 17 times.
right, and
You can see it on the wall. I don't need the lady to tell me this.
that's not true anymore. That's what do you call that? Like refurbished jizz because they cleaned it all up.
So did they have the electric chair there when you were there and behind the glass?
But
The old ass
I
electric
don't-
chair?
I don't.
You couldn't go and
I don't think so.
sit in it and take pictures. I don't think you'd want to do that anyways, right? Bring some bad juju home with you. You know what I'm saying?
But it's nice sometimes to have a guide because they'll tell you like what sections are and where you're at, and it is kind of interesting some of the stories that they tell.
Yeah.
Like in 1969, 15 people jumped off this tier. You know what I mean? And you're like, what
yeah,
the
we're
fuck?
looking
Like,
up, but like, shit.
people were thrown off those, jumping off those.
I
It's
did find
insane.
myself going back and watching like Shawshank,
Shawshank.
and then Tango and Cash. You ever see that movie with Kurt Russell? And because some of that was the prison was filmed here.
Yeah.
When they go to prison, it was filmed.
But even in like when you have a guide, they'll tell you what parts of the building you're in and what parts of those were in Shawshank, and then what it's just interesting stuff. That like this wall used to be blue,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and that's what it was for the movie. But in reality,
now
it's this color.
now it's jizz white.
Now it's
But they had this like the tunnel from the movie where he crawled through to get to the, but it was just a little cylinder. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
sweet, man.
And then Sunday we went on a train ride at Cuyahoga Valley, which
That would
you
be
wouldn't have
sweet.
liked because we sat up top with the dome. It feels like you're in an elevator though. With the,
I'm not getting a train ran on me no matter where. Like I'm not. No.
No train?
but would you ride the train?
Wait, would I be a part of the train?
Yeah,
yeah,
would you
if you
be-
don't know anything about it.
Would you be a passenger of the
Yeah,
train?
can you
I'm
answer
not
that
sure how I
question?
feel about trains right now, but
You can go to a rapid station.
what do
It
you
was
mean
pretty
a
cool.
dome?
Like, like a regular train car, then they have an upper deck and it has a glass dome you can see outside.
Was it
How
claustrophobic
sweet,
like
man.
that? Was
No, it wasn't that bad because it was like,
you think it'd been that bad for me though?
no, just the rocking and stuff. It kind of felt like an elevator movement, I think.
The elevator, like the movement and stuff, don't bother me. It's the claustrophobia part. Like if I
Yeah, you
if I
probably
felt like
would've
we were
been-
stranded up there,
Yeah,
like,
because there's only one little stairway to get down, I
might
think.
have freaked out a little. I can't sit in the back seat of cars no more.
Because I'm looking at the emergency exit, like, can I
Can I get there
get
if
this
I need
thing
to?
open and kick it out, run across like fucking Mission Impossible?
I'm trying
Probably
to look.
not.
I'm trying to look like so. When I get on something like that, I ain't gonna lie. I'm sorry, but I'm looking for the old ladies. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I could trample one of them bitches and get out.
Well, there was
I'm
one.
not trying to run past.
There
a
was
big
one
dude.
right across from us that she's like, my friend Ethel, for my Mother's Day, she got me this big bag of peanuts, and I just look at Denise. She's like, Denise whispering, don't make sure she doesn't touch your phone or.
Oh my god.
She's,
all touching
she got
it.
allergies.
Yeah.
This lady's eating peanuts right across from her. You know?
Whoa.
But do you like look around this planned escape route in case something happens?
Yeah, no, there's a window above the stairwell.
Well, how you get in there? Like, listen, you're not a big dude. You're wiry, so I'm sure you can get out of that.
No, trust me, I'm engaging all the women that are by the stairwell.
I'm sorry about your grandma, but she lived her life. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus
I
Christ.
got to yank that old bitch down
Jesus
and get out the window. No, listen, I'm not a big dude either. You think, like, look, behind me is fucking football player. I'm not going that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Over here, some big dudes. I'm not going that way.
There's
I'm
a
going after Granny.
Security.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was moving slow too. Like when the train stopped and we had to get off, and I'm like, "Oh, what the fuck? Let's go!"
But that helps you.
But
in
you have a great
emergency.
time. You said you had a great time.
I did. It was fun. The best part of the whole fucking weekend was after the winery place. I think it was.
After you stopped whining and went to some places.
Yeah, we went to where I told you where the little festival was going on. So on the way home, I had to use the bathroom. We stopped off at before we got on the highway in Beechwood. There's a Whole Foods there that has a fucking club full bar club when you go into the fucking entrance. A full-on club. Boom, boom.
A Whole Foods?
Yeah, a Whole Foods, dude. This is what they were playing, Scoot. I'm not even lying. Babe, I'm going to go run and get the bathroom. Yeah. I got a leak. She's got to go get some goodies. Then we got to get back on the ride. Scoot, I'm not even lying. They had kids in there doing shots, everything. There's a whole full bar.
Kids doing shots?
Not the kids. They were like playing around in the play area, but they were drinking. There's a full bar. The music was it was bumping in there.
I thought please don't email us, but I thought Whole Foods was like a yuppie kind of
grocery store.
Yeah, for like vegans and stuff.
No, not in Beechwood. It's not. It's a fucking party, dude.
Jeez.
You fuck anywhere else. If you want to go shop and drop, just go to Whole Foods.
You know how much money they're making, I bet?
Dude, it was the bar was packed.
That's innovative.
Oh no, that's crazy. I can't.
The bar was fucking
Was
packed.
there a bunch of shopping carts pulled up to the bar? Don't drink and push. You're like,
No, they got a valet. That
you valet your
parks-
shopping cart?
You valet
Oh,
that.
fuck.
Eli, did you find your story? You want me to do?
No, you just do it.
He's good. I
You're
thought he
out?
was going to do his on the live. Get us prepped for the live.
one more thing before I get to the news.
We gotta let him
Oh,
do it 'cause
Eli.
Bill's
Okay,
gonna
yeah.
pout and
We'll
sit
give him.
out.
We'll give him time to find it before the live.
Right. And
I was reading a story, Scoot. We've played softball. We both, Eli, you played sports with wearing cleats on concrete, blacktop. Doesn't feel good, right?
no, and it's slippery.
There's dudes now wearing soccer cleats everywhere. They just wear them out and about, whether they're going to get coffee, whether they're going grocery shopping. They're walking around in soccer cleats.
Now, so when we did play baseball, I don't know if you had. I had 2 pairs of cleats. I had like turf cleats and
That's
then
all- yeah.
regular cleats.
I did
Like
too.
The not metal cleats. I don't think they were.
No, like it was more rainy or like,
Right, they were big studded
Yep.
type cleats.
yep,
The turf cleats, maybe you could wear
you can save it. Yeah.
because the turf cleats
Yeah.
are just so maybe. I don't know.
No,
if
they're
I
the
would wear
regular
those.
hard soccer, the slippery plastic one. You remember those?
Why? Like where? Why?
I
did
don't.
you-
It's a new fashion trend.
Stop. That's got to be over in like Germany or
Most likely. All right, let's get to some news.
news.
Eli, you save yours until we come back.
I don't
from
have
break.
I don't see. I was uninformed.
You want me to switch seats?
No, but I was uninformed about the news situation, so I don't have a banner for you. Like
Then I'm not doing news.
spilling the tea with tea. I don't know. So I'm not putting up a banner this time. It's just
All right, well, let me
nothing's
get into
changing.
some of these crazy stories that I was reading today. Up in New York at the Brooklyn Marathon over the weekend, this lady decides to wear a wedding dress while running the marathon
Oh, I thought you meant the marathon.
because she was hoping to find her future husband at the finish line.
You know what though?
What the fuck?
That may have helped. Because who's going to run faster than a man being
so-
chased by a bitch in a wedding gown? You know what I'm saying? So there was some
Tim
dudes.
Johnson set the record.
There was some dudes that didn't have a chance of winning this thing that looked back and was like, "Fuck, it was gone." So hey, maybe,
That's motivation right there, right?
like she don't even realize.
I want to
it,
know
but
if she paid for that dress or it was a rent.
she motivated some people to win.
Or maybe those same guys are waiting to take her hand. You don't know how much you motivated
But
me.
the guy is so dumb.
But how like I don't know this, bro, but how fugly you got to be, right? To join a marathon to try to find a husband.
you
Like,
need to
you're
know-
like I need at least 100 people.
Right.
Well, I need to know her background story.
one
Why
of them
she
to
cannot
pick me.
find a
Well, she used to run track in high school. Not that background. What background were you looking for?
background about past relationship. What she had cannot find a good person to marry her
Because she
Why
didn't have 100 to choose from.
Yeah. Now you got options.
I mean, she's gonna catch one of. She might have my theory. She's going after the old dude.
One of
He
two,
can't run as fast.
one or two, the two first runners across the finish line are probably still there huffing and puffing. Now they see her coming with this wedding dress. You motivated me. I think we can, make it in life together? What do you think?
Or
they kept running to the car?
It's my situation, right? I'd run half a marathon and probably be like, oh man, I'm dying. You might as well marry the bitch. You're dying.
You know how many times I huff and puff running from left center field to the dugout?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not running any marathon. I don't even like to run to marathons
That's
to
what
get
she's
gas.
praying on. You're about to die, dude. You might as well marry me. You know what I'm saying?
We live in a
or
crazy
I'm not picking
world.
you up and taking you to the
We
hospital.
live in a crazy world, man.
Krista chased you in a Halloween costume. What the fuck are you talking about?
She chased me, yeah.
And she called
So
you.
what's the difference? She's in a costume.
She wasn't a costume, but not a wedding dress.
You think she regrets it? I'm just saying. A little bit, maybe a little bit.
Did we talk about the last time we were in about if Krista was a masseuse?
Wait, no, I don't think so.
If Krista was a masseuse for the Yankees and Judge asked her for a hand job, would Eli be okay with that?
No, can we skip? No, we don't want to talk about
Wait,
that.
I want to know now.
Hell no.
She don't get a hall pass for that?
Wait, no, if she's a Yankees masseuse manager, right? And Judge and them asked for a little extracurricular activity.
Right, because they need to get...
She asked you though. She didn't just do it. She came home like, Eli, Judge is asking, the guys need to stay fresh for the playoffs. Would you be okay with my...
I will punch his face first.
What if it hurt the Yankees' chances of winning the
No,
championship?
fuck that.
These guys need to be relaxed out there. They can't be high tension.
I love my wife more than the Yankees,
What?
okay?
Oh my God! This
don't
is
know.
a breakthrough news story
So
right
because
here.
the fact is, I will
Is he
be
just saying that,
Like,
Scoot?
if I
Do
pause,
you really think?
hold on, Eli, I'm going to pause the show. Pause. Now, what do you really feel like?
Yeah,
I love my wife
more than the Yankees.
more than the Yankees.
I feel like 100% Eli would be like, listen, I'm just going to step in for you. You know what I'm saying?
No, hell no.
I'm going to take one for the team.
No.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Because
So
I
if
love
they,
my wife
right.
and the Yankees.
I'm gonna,
What if Judge came to you and said, "Listen, dude, we really need this. This is Game 7 of the
you
World
had the
Series.
conspircy of
Game
too much.
7, we need this release.
But I will hit you Game 7, you fucking fight knuckles in
No,
your
we
face.
need this release. I understand you don't want your wife doing it,
No.
but could you do it?
No, hell no. Hell no.
Okay,
let me ask you, are you going to do it?
No.
Okay, the
We're
Yankees
not
going
yet-
to win the championship since 1948.
I don't give a fuck.
No.
Oh, you don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
We don't watch
feel the same way.
162
But-
games like you.
Ironically, you are a huge fan of the Yankees, right? The Yankees. So, I mean, you're doing it.
Janky, my Yankee.
You were yanking from the beginning, dude.
I love my wife.
Janky, that
been a
Yankee,
yanker
Eli.
forever.
Nope.
You ain't
You
letting
wouldn't-
her do. I'm calling bullshit.
What if Judge said she can look away?
Right? You don't have to look me in the eyes. when
Right.
You want
Nothing.
to.
Just look away and
Nothing.
do the motion.
No.
What if they paid her
No.
100 grand
Money
per
doesn't
jerk
buy
off?
love.
Then I'm stepping in. I'm like, she ain't got to do this.
Hey,
I'll be the judge of this one.
hey, can you know,
Yeah,
can you-
okay, yeah. I mean, money.
Money
Money,
talks,
wow.
right, Scoot?
Hey.
For real, that's your final answer? You wouldn't allow her to do it?
Nope.
Does anybody listen?
You want me to allow it, but that's
We're-
not going to
yeah,
happen.
Does
Scoot-
anybody looking at this face right now believe this fucking guy? Nobody out there believes him right now.
Yeah, you better believe me. I'm a very honest person.
Nobody believes that. No, I believe you're an honest person, but I don't know. I think if the situation came up,
What if you wore your
Literally.
John 23 movement jacket and it didn't mean anything?
Why had to be a John 23 movement story? Oh, serious. By the way, there's
What's Judge's number?
there's a retreat movement coming up in July 25th, 26th, 27th.
retreat means run away.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to invite you
So,
both of you to do the movement.
What's Aaron Judge's number?
99.
What about the Aaron 99 movement?
What would you now? Okay, what if she did do it? What would the punishment be?
Ooh.
Divorce?
He's like,
What
look,
if they won the World Series?
Divorce?
Because of that.
Divorce?
And he says it in the news conference.
right,
divorce.
thanks
I would've-
to
we would've
Eli's
never-
wife.
Well, I'll get a divorce. Is the thing.
But it's just a hand job.
A hand job is cheating.
What if after the hand job he autographed it?
What the fuck is that, Scoot?
What if she came home with an autograph?
Okay, that's too much. That's enough.
for
The
the
whole fucking thing. She's
the-
not gonna do anything. Okay.
Would you at
Plain and
least
simple. No. End of the story. End of the story. At
would you
that
at
point.
least smell her hand before
Maybe
you threw her out?
Maybe I'll be the judge of this.
Let me. Oh, you did do it.
got the
If she came home with an autographed bat, helmet, and
Johnson.
an authentic jersey, autographed bat, helmet, and his jock strap.
The autographed jock strap, dude.
No.
Would you smell that?
Hell no.
That's judge sweat, dude.
All right, let's take another break. We're gonna get set up for our topic.
You make me sick.
We'll be back in a second.
Disgusting.